So hello. Thought I'd do something that I've been meaning to do for a couple of different projects but never did, and then today it struck me that this is a very good project to do, like a diary, thoughts capture, progression thing. Anyway, so on this one, join the CFA and I'll look back on that and think, Joe, what were you doing? Or it was a good decision. But anyway, I joined the CFA and so far so good. Thought it's a good time to start now because it's only been 2 days and the first day was really quite easy, so I'm going to recount both days in this one, and then after every time I do something I'm going to try and recount the experience fresh. So last week was my first sort of day in the CFA after I had my membership application accepted. So I'm a probationary member for 6 months, and that's to test if CFA is good for me and if I am good for the CFA. And so it wasn't too arduous. There was applications, there was police checks, had to meet people at the station first before they could sign me off on whether or not they'd send my application away. But it all went pretty smoothly. I'm going to say is quite straightforward. Very similar to going for being a youth worker. Very similar to a lot of the application stuff I'd have to do for that. And I like the group. They seem level-headed, clear, and like myself, not afraid of risk, but they'll always play the risk smart. That's what they seem to be. And speaking with a few other people, that's why they say they quite like working alongside each other. It's because they all talk about everybody else at the station as level-headed and risk takers with a clear mind to safety and training, which is good for me to hear. So last week was my first day after having my probationary membership accepted, and it was the open day for this particular brigade. And so my first day was pushing a broom and getting sausages out of fridges and moving tables around and all that kind of stuff. And also, and this is where it was very valuable for me as well, not only fun to do, but take an induction for the station and the area and where things are, where I'm likely to find things that I need, exits, first aid kits, defibs. Of course, there's a lot of stuff on the trucks as well, which I haven't got into yet. But that was very good, a very good day, and it came the day after my black belt grading. Because my black belt grading was a week and a day ago, and so I was very tired and felt like I'd been beaten up, which I had been. It was good fun. But the open day was great, and the kids came down as well, and they were able to jump in the trucks and have a look. Seemed to really enjoy it. Have a sausage and bread. It was perfect. And then during the week, I spent a few hours. There was some online induction modules which needed doing, and so I got those done. They took a few hours, probably a few hours, but they weren't too strenuous. A few of them were, a bit boring, but a few of them were really done quite well. And so with all the induction under my belt today, and this brigade seems to meet and train and do that kind of thing on a Sunday morning. So today being my second day, I guess, and having done the inductions and things, I'm able to get a bit closer to some of the training that's happening. There's a big training which happens for recruit training, and because now is the very, very end of October, 2019. The date is the 27th of October 2019, and fire season is going to start very soon, and so they don't do any recruit training over the fire season because it can get hectic. So, but that's worked out quite well, I think, because I can do a lot of learning and chipping in around the station, but it's not directly like in the in the bush with the hot stuff. And I think it's probably a good first summer to do. But anyway, so I missed the main training for the year because it's hectic over summer. So it's probably going to be sort of early mid next year will be the next big recruit training. But in the meantime, there's a lot to get on with, including being given the manual. He said, "Here's some light reading," and it's at least a couple of kilos. It's the Bushfire Firefighter Reference Manual, and in here is a bunch of stuff. Anyway, but this will all be on the test, and then I'll also have the training workbook printed off for me at the station as well. So there's lots to get on with. So after getting in a bit closer with the training on the trucks for what they call burn over, and because if a firefighter is going to be turning out means like going out to jobs and stuff, and if a firefighter is going to be doing that quite a bit this summer, they want them ticked off for a few things, and these are all things that you do in recruit training anyway, but it's just to make sure people remember how to use them because they're really important. And the first one is if you're on a truck and you're fighting the fire and the fire comes over and you can't escape, then the trucks have some things inside which can help keep the firefighters safe. So a couple of people were getting ticked off with that, so I was able to get quite close to that, which was really good. And some other folks were getting ticked off with their breathing apparatus competencies. Again, it was stuff from recruit training, but you need to practice again and again. And so now we're in full like respirator masks, shields, and then the full kit over the top. And because this comes in because the Castlemaine Brigade is a bushfire brigade, but it's also an urban brigade, so there's a lot of houses. So we have a pumper, which is an urban truck, and so all of this stuff's in the urban trucks. So this will give me the chance to go through the trucks. I'll be able to actually go through the trucks, check out what's in there, where it is, why it's in there, read the manual, ask heaps of questions, and then, because I've done a bunch of these inductions and stuff, I'll be able to be a good second pair of hands when some very tired firefighters come in after a long day of bushfires. I'll be able to be there, and this is my hope for the summer, to be there as a second pair of hands, to get quite intimately familiar with equipment, process, and listen, and then hopefully that will make the recruit training when the next one comes up that much, I guess, that much easier, like, because it's already in there, sort of thing. But then after recruit training, that's when a person can go to put wet things on hot things. Yeah, so I've got some homework, a little bit of reading, and next Sunday morning is radio checks, because radio checks kick off again from November, and that's just to make sure, because some of the smaller brigades don't turn out during the week, whereas Castlemaine, big brigade, big town, turn out every day, pretty much. And so Castlemaine's like, we know our radios work, but they, still go in to do the radio checks, because it's important. If it's boring, still do the radio checks, and then I'll have a chance to learn some questions, look over some trucks, and other training will happen in and around that as well. And I'm looking forward to it. And we'll see how we go. I might have a chance if it's just a quick sort of update, but I'd like to keep this going for a little while. So I might, because I can just walk to the station, especially because I don't need to get there in a hurry, because I'm not going to get one of the trucks, so I can just walk in. And the hope is on the walk home I can just do a bit of just do a quick thing about what's happened and little interesting bits. But yeah, the impressions from today were some people are very ready for risk, but not in a gung-ho, thoughtless way. It's really considered risk. there's a lot of talk about dynamic risk assessments, which is something I'm familiar with from working with dangerous people. and these people use them all the time to deal with dangerous environments and to effectively operate in those dangerous environments, and to get in there, get dirty, but not get hurt is the idea. So those are my impressions from today, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. I've got a peg in the turnout room where all the uniforms and firefighting gear hangs, your individual kit, and that was pretty cool. I've got some stuff that I can train in, and I was like, where am I going to put this? And I looked around, and there's a few empty pegs, and then I looked, and there was a peg with a name on it but nothing underneath it, and I looked again, and it's mine. Someone's put my name up there on the peg. So it's really quite cool. I've got a photo, I'll see if I can sort of splice it in, but it's really quite a cool feeling. So yeah, I've got the stuff that I can train in, I've got it hanging there, and it's good for getting a feel for it. Not that I'll get any actual fire, it's good to have it be really familiar, I guess. But yeah, so that's it. So next Sunday, maybe I'll be walking home. I'll get my phone out. Hopefully it's not too wobbly. That's alright, but we'll see how we go. If it turns out terrible, then I won't do it again. If this turns out terrible, it's better if I just do it while I'm walking. I won't do this again on the computer. Yeah, awesome. Alright, until next time. Ciao.